Morning. Sorry for a rough appearance. Didn't shave last night. Knew I'm going to the pool today. You want to fight about it? Anyways, I'm going to answer a question here on yesterday's vlog right after the intro, 1701. So the question is, I'm curious as to your thoughts on iTunes these days. I found it to be unintuitive and clunky ever since they moved to the new tabbed interface. It's a pain to deal with now, and my family shares my sentiments. How does it work for you? I largely agree. So if I open up iTunes here, I don't know what version, 11, 12, something they've released fairly recently, 12, kind of changed the interface to, I guess it is a tabbed interface. I'll say it looks nice. I think it's pretty simplistic. I do like the tabs up here. Now I have gone into View and I clicked Show Status Bar, so you still get like how many gigabytes and hours and stuff down there at the bottom. I like that. Did the same thing in Finder. And I also did, somehow I got this bar back over here with playlists, which I like, because I hate going through music like this. I don't think when I want to listen to music, I want to go listen to Eddie Money. I don't think that, and click on Eddie Money. I don't do that. Ever since, and this sprouts back from my PC days. I had all of my music managed in Windows Media Player. Not Media Center, Media Player. And everything was just in playlists, kind of based on genre. Like I have a classic rock, a modern music, I have jazz and swing music, then I have reggae, I have Spanish guitars. I have really interesting taste in music, I think. I have a classical playlist, and then I have some based on an artist, like the Beatles. When I want to listen to the Beatles, I don't think like 60s rock. I think of, I want to listen to the Beatles. And if I click on the Beatles playlist, I have 171 songs, 8 hours of the Beatles. So that's how I keep that managed. Now it keeps making a duplicate and then it puts a 1, and I keep having to delete that every time I sync. I don't know why. One thing I don't like is when I want to go to my phone or iPad now, you don't click on it over here. I don't know what the point of that is. That just expands the music that's on that device. I think that's totally worthless. You have to go up here to devices, so there's a click, and then select that device, and my phone number's on there. So, not that I don't trust you all, I just don't want calls from everybody. So, I like iTunes, but I think there are still definitely some enhancements to be made to the interface. But honestly, the issue with Apple right now is kind of the same bone that I have to pick with BMW, and I know my dad would agree on this. They are doing so much, they're spreading themselves thin. Let me find my glasses, I'm going to walk outside, it's nice out. So BMW, like yesterday, I was telling my dad on the phone yesterday, I'm downtown, and I see this beautiful white BMW. I couldn't figure out what it was. It looked like a 4 Series, but it was kind of a sloping roof kind of thing going on. It turned out to be a 4 Series Grand Coupe. But hell, I mean, they've got to have like 60 different chassis codes that they're making today, August 2015. What happened to the days of a 3, a 5, a 7, then you throw in a 6 and an X5 and an X3 and a Z4, and that's fine, and a couple M variants, that's fine as well. But they're doing so much. A company needs to pick what they're good at, specialize on that, and be really good at it. I don't know that anybody, any company, any entity is strong enough to do everything and succeed at everything. And BMW's doing that active tourer. I don't care what the hell they call it. It's a minivan. If I ever see one of those, I'm going to rip the badges off of it. That makes me sick. But yeah, I'm not going to rant too long on that. And same thing with Apple, though. They're doing so much. There's rumors of them wanting to start a cellular service provider. They want to do like TV subscriptions. They have how many different iPhones and iPads available now. They're doing too much, and quality overall is suffering. Back when I first got an iPhone and first used iPods, iOS had like 2 versions, iPhone OS, and it worked. It always worked. It wasn't buggy. Now with Apple products, I go to sync my music. It takes 20 minutes to sync. Then I go and open up the playlist where the new music should be, and it's just not there. I wait a day, it's not there. I sync 5 more times, it's not there. I have to wipe all the music off the device and resync it. Why? Is it that hard? I mean, this is stuff that worked 10 years ago, and here we are with this much advancement in both software and hardware performance, and there's little bugs like that. Everything's updated. Doesn't matter if I do a rebuild every time I get a new phone, it just doesn't work. So that's the beginning rant on today. Of course, we're watering the yard, and just look at the color difference. I love this. Mine's so bright green, and then over there, desert. But we're gonna keep watering here for a couple hours. I'm gonna head to the pool. It's after 1. I'm gonna get something to eat, head to the pool today, lay out in the sun. Then we got a car show tonight in town. Just those little, like old classic 50s and 60s muscle cars and stuff. So we'll check that out. Then we'll probably see Razvan tonight, maybe get some dinner, and then hang out back here at the house. So happy Wednesday. I got my spot. I like that spot, although I come out to a couple pine needles on top of the car. I haven't noticed any pine pitch yet, so as long as it stays glassy and smooth and not covered in sap, we're good. If I were staying in Ohio, I'd consider a house on Silver Lake Boulevard if I had that kind of money, but it's really beautiful. Oh, the landscaping, look at that. They got money in that. They got good money in that. They just tore our old house down there. They're gonna build a big new beautiful home. They even have gaslit lanterns. Love it. Anybody know what this place is? This is a pool I came to for about 20 years before they shut down last year. It is eerie to be back here, especially with things in this condition. So they sold the land to developers. This is what's left. It looks like it hasn't been occupied in 10 years. All this grass is overgrown. This used to be the hot tub. They took all the fencing out. It looks way smaller with everything dismantled. Oh, that sucks. That is so hard to see. That is literally where I spent every summer of my life until this year. You even got this all torn apart. Wow. This all used to be beautifully trimmed golf course. There's a fence over here too. That was my parking spot. That's where we parked the Porsche 930 or the 964 Turbo, the 355, the M5. Kenan beat me here, which was rare. He'd take that spot. Last time I was here was Labor Day weekend last year. Oh, geez, that sucks. It looks without all the umbrellas and the big slide. Hold on, let me get over to the fence here. It just looks pathetic. Look at the grass. Used to be a huge slide there. That's 15 feet of water there in the middle. You could dive. It gets to about 5-6 feet. There's volleyball. Literally some of the best weekends in the summer were spent playing volleyball right there. That's the shallow end where I learned to swim. Dunzo. There's the dumpster my mom backed into after picking one of us up or dropping one of us off. I don't know how you back into a big ass dumpster, but she did right after she got the current cord. So that got screwed. But that's it. I'm headed into town. We're gonna check out the car show, and then I'm not sure what's going on tonight yet. Actually, I want to check out the hot tub. Kenan said he came over, I don't know if that was in the spring or later last fall or what, but he said it was a hole in the ground. Well, I still see some of the decking here. Let's see, that looks stable. Ew. It's still here, but I wouldn't want to go in that. Look at that. Yum. What's amazing to think is every single year since the year 1958, right now, August 5th, you know, this place would have looked amazing. They would have had a couple, earlier in the day, they would have had a ton of people, kids, warm water, food. Everybody was having a great time for like 60 years until this year. This is a replica Duesenberg. Check that. That's pretty cool.
Can you imagine?
So tonight's show in town wasn't half bad, right? Usually I go early. It starts at 5:30 and there's just a couple of the hardcore American muscle guys there at 5:30. But later in the night, I guess some BMWs show up. That really cool Duesenberg replica. That was just beautiful. This guy lives in town, Eric Steinel. He's worked on Porsches for years. He serviced my dad's 964. They made an announcement that he was there, and he had, I thought they said 911 turbo, and that black 911, that 75 930 maybe, was not a turbo. So I didn't see a 911 turbo there. But if I found him, I would have gone up to him and said, you don't know me, but my dad's Gary Schultz, who serviced his 911 turbo, 10 years ago, 12, 15 years ago. And he was mad at my dad for selling out, leaving Porsche and getting a Ferrari in 04. So I don't know, that would have been cool. So I only did one water cycle today. It's kind of squishy out here, so I actually might be done for the day. But things still look good, so I'll hit it again tomorrow. Don't know if I'm going to the pool tomorrow. Tomorrow's a little cooler, like 75, and the picture on the weather app says cloudy. So if that's the case, maybe I'll make that a home catch-up work day. But when I was leaving the pool, Grandma called and needed something out of the basement that they couldn't find anything, so I was already halfway there. So I went back down there again, did the normal small jobs, then we got a pizza. Now we're home. Oh, it's 1:38. I'm very tired. Spent a lot of time out in the sun today, which was really nice. I can feel it in my back. Came back here. Alex and Resman and Sabrina came over. We hung out for a while. Then I watched some Lost. Need to get through tonight's emails. We've gotten a ton of comments, all really positive, on the M5 summer update. So I really appreciate that from everybody on E39 Source. I came out here earlier though, and there was some just road crap on the car, so I got the Z6 out and I just cleaned up a little spot, which turned into a panel, which turned into a side of the car, which turned into the whole thing. So it was not really due, but we did a full body Z6 and exhaust detail. Didn't touch wheels or interior or glass or anything, but a little cleanup here and there doesn't hurt. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish today's emails, get this vlog up. Tomorrow's Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to the pool or we'll turn a work day into it. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then. Good night.